Hi everybody, this is Chef Lovely, and today we're going to make a turducken. Here are the ingredients. So we have 2 3/4 cups of prepared savory bread stuffing at room temperature. That's going to be divided up. We're also going to have 2 cups of prepared cornbread stuffing at room temperature, 1/4 cup of chopped pecans, 1/2 cup of whole berry cranberry sauce, 1 10 to 12 pound turkey deboned, 1 4 to 5 pound duck deboned, 1 3 to 4 pound chicken deboned, 4 tablespoons of butter, 3 cloves of garlic, 6 fresh sage leaves, 2 tablespoons of fresh thyme leaves, 1 tablespoon of browning sauce, 1 tablespoon of olive oil, kosher salt, and freshly ground black pepper to season. Okay, so we have our cornbread stuffing, and I've divided it into these 3 bowls here. For our duck, we're going to take our cranberry sauce and our pecans, and we're going to mix it into our stuffing here. And I want you to give this a really good stir to incorporate all of those ingredients. Easy. First step, done and out of the way. Next step, we're going to make a compound butter. We are going to use butter, our sage, our thyme, garlic, and some salt and pepper. We're going to put it in our food processor and we're going to blend this up. So here we go. Just add all of your ingredients, drop it right in. You don't have to be fancy right now. It's just have fun, get it in, and blend it up. Add in our sage, our thyme, and of course, simply season with a little bit of salt and pepper. We're going to give this a blend, and then we're ready to go. Compound butters are great. It adds tons of flavor with easy work. We are going to put this in a bowl, and we're going to use this to season the outside of our bird. Go right in here to a bowl. What's nice about this, you can wrap it up in plastic, you can put it in your refrigerator, and you can pull it out whenever you need to use it for anything. So for something like this will be good, of course, chicken, turkey. Also, lamb will be really good as well. And you can make a savory or a sweet compound butter, which is really nice. Now let's get to these birds. So, first things first, we're going to pull out a sheet pan here, something that's really large so that you can really move around, you can feel comfortable while you're cooking. And we're going to take our turkey. Remember, this is already deboned, and I want you guys to be safe, so keep everything refrigerated, keep it nice and cold so we don't get any of those germs. So we're going to take our turkey. Oh, it's a big daddy here. And we're going to flip it over so that the skin side is down. We want to incorporate a lot of flavor, so we're going to season with some salt and pepper. All right, you guys, here we go. Some pepper here. Get in all those nooks, all those crannies, to make sure that we are imparting as much flavor as we possibly can. And don't be afraid. Get in there and really season. This is a big bird, so it's going to need a lot of seasoning. Now, that compound butter that we have, we're going to take this and we're going to make like a little pocket with our finger, and we're going to kind of separate that skin from the meat. So what we're doing is we're going to add that butter right down in there. So all of that flavor from the thyme and the sage that you have is going to permeate throughout all of the meat and give it incredible flavor. It's going to keep it moist as it's baking in the oven as well. So let's do the other side here. Make that little pocket. Don't be afraid. It's dirty work, but someone's got to do it. Trust me, your family and friends are going to love you for this, all the time and effort that you put into making this beautiful, beautiful meal. It's nothing but flavor and moisture that we're going to add. Fat equals flavor, so butter, good fat. Okay, fantastic. Now, let's move this over. Now we're going to take our duck. That's going to be next. But before we get there, take some of that stuffing, and we're going to just drop it right in here. The duck is coming up next. Just drop it in. Now let's take this duck, and we're going to do the same thing, you guys. Skin side down, and we're going to pop it right on top just like this. Okay, so now we're going to take that stuffing that we had, the pecans and the cranberries in it, and we're going to put that one on top. just like that. Okay. Here's a Chef Lovely tip. Those pecans that we used, pop them in the oven on about 350 and give them a nice toast. What you're doing when you're toasting the pecans, you're pulling out the essential oils and all the flavors. So you're gonna have a more rich and in-depth pecan flavor, which is really good. Take that chicken, drop it just like that. And again, we have to go in with more stuffing. I know you're getting hungry, I am too. So we have our last stuffing here. We're just gonna go right on top, just like this. Okay, now we have all of our meats stacked up with each other. They're seasoned well. They have the stuffing on the inside. Don't forget about that special stuffing that we made with the duck that has the cranberry sauce and those toasted pecans that I told you about. Now it's time to wrap this baby up so that we can get it into the oven and we can enjoy our meal with our friends and family for the holidays. So I have some butcher's twine here. So when you go and you pick up this turkey, you pick up the duck and everything, ask your butcher, hey, can you hook me up? Can you give me a little bit of your butcher's twine? They'll just throw it right in the bag for you. So don't worry about having to find it. They'll just give it to you. And nice, really long strips here. So I'm gonna cut 4 of them and see where we are. And if we have to use more, we'll use more. So I have all of my birds here lined up in front of me. I'm gonna put the breast away from me and the legs facing me so we can really get under this bird. So I have my first really long piece of string here. I'm gonna go all the way under the legs. And we're gonna pull it nice and tight. Now remember when I said fat equals flavor, we really wanna use the skin of this bird to help us as we're tying it to make sure that we're closing everything tightly. So I'm gonna start in the middle. This is kind of really gonna help me see where I have to go and what else I have to do. So I'm gonna just take it all the way up the middle and I'm gonna give it a really good tie. Now we're gonna flip this bird over. So if it doesn't look that pretty on this side, that's okay, because guess what? Nobody's gonna see it. So let's give it a really good tie here. Give it a double tie, and then we're gonna come back in a second and we're gonna trim those. So now let's do it again. Go right underneath those legs on both sides. Kind of lift it up a little bit if you have to, just really get under there. And we're gonna do the same thing here so that we get those thighs nice and tight as well. So now let's go up here from the top of the bird, and if you want to feel more comfortable, just turn it around, make it easy for yourself. Give the cutting board a good turn around. Here we go. There's a flap of skin right here in the front. You want to take that and pull that over so that we're keeping all of our stuffing on the inside and all of that flavor on the inside. So let's do that same thing again. We're going to tuck in those wings as well. We don't want the tips of it to burn. So we're going to keep those tucked in. Okay, so let's go in, let's cut it. We don't need all this extra here. So we're gonna cut off the excess that we have because it's really not needed. Whew, now we have to flip it over. So here we go. Flip, flip, flip. A little bit came out, but that's okay. We're prepared for that if it does. See, it's nice and even here. If a little falls out, guess what? I'm just gonna stuff it right back in. It's worth the effort. Everyone's gonna love you. You're gonna have a beautiful meal. Let's put this in the oven. It's on 350 degrees. But before we do that, let's add a little bit more flavor. We have our brown sauce. So let's pour that right on top. And we're gonna rub it in. Massage that bird. Make love to it. We really wanna make sure that we get a beautiful golden color. And also impart flavor. If you haven't noticed, I'm the flavor queen over here. Now also to impart a little bit more flavor and color, we're gonna put some olive oil. This is gonna help with a nice crispy skin, which we all love on our turkey. So we're gonna go in with salt and pepper right on the top. This is also gonna help with caramelization and of course, more flavor. I'm gonna wash up and then we're gonna come back really soon. I'm gonna show you how this looks when it's out of the oven. Okay, so as you can see, our turducken is out of the oven and it looks absolutely delicious. We use that browning sauce and we use that salt and pepper on the outside to make sure that it achieved this beautiful golden color. It's caramelized, it smells great. So I'm going to show you how we're going to cut into this bird. So I have some kitchen shears here. Now remember, we took that butcher's twine and we wrapped our bird so that it stays together as it cooks in the oven. So now we need to get rid of all of that. To start cutting, I'm going to go right down the breastbone here, okay? This is a good place to start to have it a little bit easier for you. So just take your knife and you'll kind of feel how it is. And let your knife just kind of like guide you along. So look at that, wow. Remember, we have the duck in here with the pecans and the cranberries. We have the chicken in there. And as you see, as you cut it open, it's beautiful. The meat is juicy and tender. The stuffing is adding all of that great flavor. And you know what? I can't resist. I think I'm going to go in just for a little taste. That's really good. So no matter if your friends and family love chicken, duck, or turkey, there's something for everybody right here with this turducken. Enjoy.